Hi, my name is Tatan Zuleta. I'm a portrait photographer based in Miami. I am a resident here in the United States, and I'm a Colombian citizen. Now, before we start anything, or before I start this video, I wanted just to say, and clear out, like, full disclosure, I am not a politician. I do not belong to any type of political group in my country or outside the country. I'm just a regular citizen that is worried about the situation in his country. I'm doing this video because I know that there's a lot of misinformation outside, especially the one that comes from Colombian news stations, newspapers, magazines, and all that. It's been biased by control in the government, so people outside the country don't really understand what's going on. So I'm going to attempt to try to do a video where I will try to explain you the real situation that is happening inside the country. There was a protest because there was going to be a huge change in taxes in my country. They're going to increment it to the 19% to everything, gas, basic food, internet, everything was going to have a huge raise in the tax. The real problem happens when people came out of the streets to try to protest for all these changes, and obviously police forces have come to interfere, to control all the protests and all the riots and all that stuff. The problem is that now the police is attacking the civilians. They've been using firearms against the civilians. They've been doing attacks towards the civilians. They've been using heavy force against the civilians, helicopters, tanks. There's a bunch of people inside the protests that are being doing vandalism. They're being scavengers. There's always people that try to take advantage of the situation. So there's bad people trying to put tolls in the city to make people pay so they can have pass. They're not letting food come in. They're not letting ambulances come in. There's been a lot of injured people. There's been a lot of people being attacked, hit by the police. Gas bombs are being thrown inside the houses. They've killed a lot of innocent people because of the riots. So here's some numbers about the police brutality that has been happening in the country so far that we know. 37 protesters have been killed by police members. 1,708 police brutality cases. 10 cases of sexual assault by police members. 110 cases of firearms used against protesters. 831 unjustified arrests. And these are only the ones that have been recorded from different sources in the country. Now also there's been attack and damage to the police force. But there's some videos that you can see how police just decide to just be brutal against civilians. The thing is that newspapers and news stations, they are showing things in a twisted way. For example, there was this story that says that the people that are doing the protests are hitting and bashing a fallen cop. And you can see it in this image. You can see it clearly that it states that they're bashing the police. But then if you really see the video that was happening, these people are trying to help out the police that has fallen. And they're trying to give him back to the police force so they can cover him because it's a dangerous position. There's another picture of ex-president Alvaro Uribe saying that there's the ELN guerrilla forces coming into one of the cities. And you can see a flag, and that flag belongs to the indigenous group. There's another news that there's been a hotel burned down by riots when actually it was the special forces trying to save what we think it's artillery inside the hotel, and one of the grenades just explodes, which makes the whole building burn. I was talking to somebody in Spain, and she said to me that she has not seen anything besides only riots and vandalism. So the truth is not going out. Government is blocking internet in Colombia, so people cannot really show what's happening. If you post anything that has to do with what's happening, peaceful protestants or police brutality, they will block it. They will not let you upload it. Another friend of mine, she was protesting in Bogota, and she saw somebody pay some kids to start a riot. So there's people paying for this stuff. And the problem is that media says that it's us, the ones who are creating all this. So the whole point of this video is for you guys to understand the delicate situation that we're living. Yes, There's a lot of vandalism. Yes, there's a bunch of people that are trying to harm, but there's also innocent people trying to fight for life, trying to fight for what's right. And we need help. We need support. We need people from outside the country help us with this situation. I'm not a political person. I've never been involved in politics, but I'm a human being, and my country hurts. People being shot and not being able to be attended because nobody lets us go through. Even human rights people are being hit by police. There's no commission of human rights coming inside the country to see what's going on. Major cities of the country have been hit hard by police brutality. And with that, innocent people dying. Yesterday alone, a teacher from a university who was protesting peacefully. You could see in the video he's dancing, trying to make people see that we cannot win this with violence. He got brutally murdered in the middle of the street. You cannot have access to anything. No food is in supermarkets, no medicine, nothing. Gas is running out. There's people that are burning bus stations, police stations, buildings. That's not fair. It's a broken country that's starving, that's running out of resources, and we don't get any help. We are fractured as a nation. We're broken, and we need help. So if anybody is watching this, and you can help us get to somebody else, somebody, newspapers, magazines, TV networks, people that can help us with food, with medical supplies, please, we are begging you. We need your help. I'm only a photographer, and this is all I can do. But if we all get together, if we all unite, we can help this stop. Thank you very much for listening to this message. I love you guys. God bless you all.